Welcome, chosen ones. This is your moment. For too long, you've been sold a lie about success. They told you that if you just push harder, sacrifice more, and follow their rules, you'd finally feel fulfilled. But deep down, you know the truth. None of it ever felt right. Because their version of success was never meant for you. You weren't created to live by their standards. You are chosen. You were born with a purpose that defies their lies, their limits, and their control. Today, we're going to expose the shocking truth about success that's been holding you back. And more importantly, how you can break free and step into the power that's been waiting for you all along. Before we dive in, take a moment to claim your space in this community. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Together, we're rising above the noise. Let's begin. They've lied to you. Over and over again, they've told you what success is supposed to look like. They've told you that if you try harder, push longer, and sacrifice everything, you'll finally make it. But here's the truth. They never wanted you to succeed. Not truly. They've sold you a version of success designed to keep you trapped. A version that keeps you running in circles, chasing money, status, and approval. But none of it was ever meant for you. You're not like them. You were never supposed to fit into their system. You're chosen. You were chosen for something far greater than the shallow dreams they've forced on you. But here's the shocking part. They don't want you to know it. Why? Because the moment you realize who you are, the entire game changes. Look around you. How many people are stuck, doing what they're told, following a path that leads nowhere? Are you one of them? Or are you ready to break free? Success isn't what they've told you it is. It's not the house, the bank account, or the titles they glorify. That's their lie. True success is discovering your purpose, stepping into your power, and refusing to be controlled. But as long as you keep believing their definition, you'll never claim the success that's rightfully yours. Chosen ones, this is your wake-up call. The weight you've been carrying, the doubt in your mind. That voice that says, "I'll never be enough," that's their weapon. They've used it to make you forget who you are. To make you forget the divine power that runs through your veins, but no more. You're here because you feel it. You feel that pull, that call. You were meant to hear this message. You were meant to remember. You are chosen. You were born to rise above their lies and claim a purpose so powerful it shakes the foundations of their system. Will you keep living their lie? Or will you rise and take back what was stolen from you? The choice is yours. But I'll tell you this, you've been given everything you need to break free. It's time to see the lie for what it is. This is just the beginning. Stick with me. Together, we're going to tear down everything that's been holding you back. The version of success they've been selling you was never designed to include you. It was built to control you, to keep you striving, exhausted, and desperate for approval. And here's the harsh truth. They've succeeded. How many times have you told yourself that if you just tried harder, pushed a little more, or sacrificed one last thing, you'd finally get there? But where is there? What have they actually given you? Nothing but a finish line that keeps moving. That's their game. They've chained you to their system, a system that rewards conformity and punishes purpose. A system that keeps you small because they fear what happens when someone like you steps into their true power. Because let me tell you, the chosen ones can't be controlled. They knew this about you from the start. They saw the fire in you, the potential, the calling, and they've done everything in their power to dim that light. They've told you that success is a title, a paycheck, or a trophy to display, but deep down, you know better. You've always known, because real success, the kind meant for someone like you, has nothing to do with their world. It's about purpose. It's about realizing that you weren't put here to live on their terms. You're here to rewrite the rules. And let me tell you, nothing terrifies them more than a chosen one who refuses to play their game. Look around you. Every billboard, every advertisement, every post on social media is designed to keep you chasing their version of success. They want you distracted. They want you comparing yourself to others, doubting your worth, and losing sight of the bigger picture. Why? Because the moment you stop chasing their lie, you become unstoppable. Chosen ones, hear me. You weren't made for mediocrity. You weren't made to live for the approval of people who can't even understand your calling. You were made to rise, to lead, and to claim the success that's aligned with your soul. But here's the challenge. You have to let go. Let go of their lies. Let go of their expectations. Because as long as you're chasing what they want for you, you'll never claim what was meant for you. This is your moment. The moment you stop running after what's false and start standing in what's real. Because their version of success was never the goal. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly as it was designed. And you were never meant to succeed in it. Not because you're not capable, but because they fear what happens when someone like you realizes their true potential. Everything you've been taught about success, every rule, every standard, every expectation was created to distract you, to make you believe that if you just play by their rules, you'll eventually win. But let me ask you, have you won yet? Has their version of success brought you peace, fulfillment, purpose? Of course not, because it's not designed to. It's a trap. A cycle meant to keep you chasing goals that don't matter, so you never stop long enough to question why you're running in the first place. Chosen ones, you were not made to run in circles. You were made to break chains. They've lied to you about what success looks like. They've told you it's about money, fame, and power. True success is spiritual. It's not about what you have. It's about who you are. It's about stepping into the purpose that was written for you before you were even born. Once you see through their lie, you can't unsee it. Once you realize that their success isn't your success, their power over you crumbles, and that terrifies them. Why do they glorify the few who achieve their so-called success while ignoring the millions left behind? Why do they sell you this dream, knowing full well it's unreachable for most? Because they need you to stay distracted. They need you to believe that your worth is tied to things that have no real value. But not you, not anymore. You're chosen, and chosen ones are not meant to live by their lies. You're meant to rise above them. You're meant to create a life so aligned with your purpose that it shakes the very foundation of their system. Will you keep chasing the carrot they dangle in front of you? Or will you step off the hamster wheel and claim the purpose that's been waiting for you all along? Because this isn't about rejecting their system. It's about realizing you were never part of it to begin with. You were born to build something greater. They're not afraid of your success. They're afraid of what happens when you realize you don't need their approval to succeed. That's the power they've tried to hide from you. The power to define success on your own terms. Why do they work so hard to control the narrative? Why do they keep pushing the same tired ideas of what success looks like? Because once you break free from their definition, you become untouchable. They can't manipulate you, they can't shame you, they can't use their system to control you anymore, and that terrifies them. Because chosen ones aren't like everyone else. You see through the facade. You know that real power doesn't come from money or status. It comes from knowing exactly who you are and why you're here. And that's something they'll never understand. Their version of success was never about empowering you. It was about keeping you in a place of fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being enough. But you've always been enough. The moment you were born, you were already equipped with everything you needed to fulfill your purpose. So why do they try so hard to convince you otherwise? Because the moment you step into that power, you stop needing them. You stop needing their validation, their systems, their rules. And that's when you become unstoppable. Look at your life right now. How much of it is shaped by their expectations? How much of your energy is spent trying to meet standards that were never meant for you? It's time to take that energy back. It's time to redirect it towards something that truly matters, your purpose. You don't need their permission to rise. You don't need their approval to succeed. Everything you've been searching for is already within you. That's why you were chosen. That's why they fear you. But make no mistake, the road ahead isn't easy. They'll do everything in their power to pull you back. They'll try to make you doubt yourself, to convince you that breaking free isn't worth it. But they can't stop what's already been set in motion. You're awakening. You're stepping into the power they never wanted you to find. This is your time to reclaim what they tried to take from you. The question is, will you rise to the occasion? The chains holding you back aren't physical. They're mental, emotional, and spiritual. And worst of all, they were never yours to carry in the first place. They put them on you. From the moment you were born, they began the process of shaping you into someone who would obey, someone who would follow, someone who would fit into their carefully controlled system. They told you what to believe about success, about your worth, about your purpose. And over time, those lies became chains. They only exist if you allow them to. What are the chains in your life? The doubt that whispers, "I'm not good enough"? The fear that tells you, "I can't take that risk"? Or maybe it's the guilt that keeps you tied to a life you know isn't meant for you. Whatever it is, it's time to break free. Chosen ones don't live in chains. You weren't created to be confined by their rules, their standards, or their lies. You were created to rise above them, to see the world for what it truly is, and to walk boldly in your purpose, no matter how much they try to stop you. How long have you lived by their definition of success? How many times have you held yourself back because you were afraid of what they might think? How much of your life has been spent trying to meet their expectations instead of listening to your soul? That ends now. Success isn't about playing it safe or doing what's expected. It's about breaking every chain that holds you back and stepping fully into who you were always meant to be. And here's what they don't want you to know. Every chain they've placed on you is breakable. Every lie they've told you can be unlearned. It starts with a choice. The choice to stop believing their lies. The choice to stop letting fear dictate your decisions. The choice to take back your power and redefine what success means for you. When a chosen one breaks free, it sends shockwaves through their system. It challenges everything they've built. It reminds the world that their version of success was never the only way. So I'll ask you again, what chains are holding you back? And more importantly, are you ready to break them? Let's destroy their biggest weapon against you, their definition of success. For too long, you've been living under a false standard. They've told you success is about how much you own, how many people recognize you, and how far you climb their ladder. But let me tell you the truth, that's not success, it's slavery. What happens when you chase their version of success? You lose yourself, you sacrifice your time, your energy, your soul, only to find that the finish line keeps moving. You work harder, push longer, and yet you never feel fulfilled. Why? Because their definition of success was never meant to fulfill you. It was meant to control you, but not anymore. Chosen ones don't play by their rules. You are not here to live someone else's dream. You are here to fulfill your purpose, your unique divine purpose. Success isn't about what you have or how others see you. It's about how deeply you align with the reason you were put on this earth. What does success truly mean to you? If you stripped away the noise, the expectations, and the comparisons, what would be left? Would it be peace, purpose, a sense of knowing that you're exactly where you're meant to be? That's the real success they don't want you to find. Because the moment you redefine success on your own terms, their entire system loses its grip on you. You stop needing their validation. You stop chasing their empty promises. And you step into a power that is unshakable, But let me be clear, redefining success isn't easy. It requires courage. It requires you to let go of everything you thought you knew and trust the calling within you. It requires you to stand against the tide of what everyone else believes and declare, I am not like them, I am chosen. And here's the most powerful part. Once you redefine success, you become unstoppable. The doubts, the fears, the limitations, they fall away because you're no longer chasing what doesn't matter. You're living for what does. So, what will it be? Will you keep running after a lie? Or will you take a stand and reclaim success for yourself? The choice is in your hands, but know this, the moment you step into your own definition of success, you'll realize that everything you've ever needed was within you all along. Chosen ones, it's time. It's time to redefine success. The chosen ones rising. For too long, they've underestimated you. They thought their lies would keep you distracted, their system would keep you confined, and their rules would keep you obedient. But they were wrong. Because chosen ones don't stay down. Chosen ones rise. They never understood the strength inside you, the power that refuses to be silenced. They don't understand that the very struggles they threw at you have only made you stronger. Every setback, every rejection, every moment of doubt, they all served a greater purpose, to prepare you, to refine you, to remind you of who you really are. Look back for a moment. Think about everything you've overcome to get here, the challenges that tried to break you, the voices that told you to give up, the moments when you felt alone. And yet, here you are, stronger, wiser, unstoppable. Do you know why? Because you were never meant to fail. Your story was never meant to end in defeat. You were chosen for victory, not the kind of victory they celebrate, the shallow wins of money, fame, and approval. Your victory is far greater. It's a victory of the soul, the kind that cannot be measured or taken away. They thought they could control you by defining success on their terms. But what they failed to realize is that chosen ones don't follow, they lead. You're not here to live according to their blueprint. You're here to create something new, something that aligns with your purpose and shakes the foundations of their world. And that's why they fear you, not because of what you've achieved, but because of what you're becoming. Every time you rise, every time you step into your purpose, you prove them wrong. You remind them that their lies have no power over you. This is your moment, the moment you claim your victory, not because they gave it to you, but because it was always yours. You are not defined by their standards. You are not bound by their rules. You are chosen. And that means your story is one of triumph. No matter what they throw at you, they cannot stop what is meant for you. You were born to rise. You were born to lead. You were born to win. The victory of the chosen ones isn't coming, it's already here, and you are proof of it. This is it. The moment everything changes, you've seen the lie, you've felt its weight, but now you know the truth. You were never meant to follow their rules. You were born to break them. Chosen ones, hear this loud and clear. Your power is undeniable. It was placed within you for a reason, and no one can take it from you. Their lies may have slowed you down, but they can't stop what's already in motion. You are not small, you are not weak, you are chosen. And that means you're destined to rise above everything they've used to hold you back. Now is the time to stand tall, to break the chains, to claim the success and purpose that were always yours. The world has tried to silence you, but your voice will be heard. This is your victory. Step into it, now. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button to show your strength, subscribe to the channel to stay connected, and turn on the notifications so you never miss what's meant for you. Together, we're building a community of purpose, power, and truth. You belong here. Thank you for being part of this movement. Remember, you are powerful, you are chosen, and your time is now. Until next time, stay strong and keep rising. You've got this.